Beep. Hey. Yeah. Hey yogis, today's practice is one of our stronger ones, although it's strong and it's steady. We'll be making our way through quite a lot of traditional standing postures from the Ashtanga Vinyasa method of yoga. As such, blocks won't be necessary in today's practice, although if you find the floor is a little bit further away than you would like it to be during our standing postures, keep the blocks handy. You can always reach for them if you need them. I, however, am going to choose to not use the blocks for today's practice, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to. That's all. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy we're still continuing this journey together. And other than that, we're going to get right into it. So we'll begin today's practice standing at the back of the mat, just coming into a long, lazy and low forward fold. So fold over the thighs, drop the head, do whatever you want with the hands. Just start to move around your legs. Feel the weight move through the foot, so through the toes, outer and inner parts of the foot, or the feet rather, and the heels. As mentioned, we will be spending a lot of time in traditional standing postures today. So we want to get comfortable with our padas, our feet, as they will be doing a lot of work to ground us in our standing postures throughout the practice. Let hands drop down to the floor. Take a halfway lift, breath in. Then walk your hands forward, come towards a plank. Shoulders stack atop the wrists, heels are higher, shoulder blades draw apart. Take a breath. Exhale, full push up, chest to floor, then lower down to the belly. Pull through Bhujangasana, breathe in. Exhale, head will drop, tuck the toes, press up and back, downward facing. Nice one. Hip width distance between the feet, look back towards the feet, let that left heel drop in, pull right knee to chest, and then look forwards, roll forwards, ground the right foot. We'll come towards Virabhadrasana A, or Warrior One. Just arrive in the pose, try not to overthink it, lots of depth in the front thigh, left hip wrapping forwards, then firm in to the left glute as you look up towards the palms. Take a breath. And the exhale, circle hands down, back heel rises, step back, find your plank. From here, full push-up. Pull through Bhujangasana. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Press up and back. Nice one. Take a breath. Let it out. And then right heel drops in. Left knee pulls to chest. Roll forwards. Step the foot. Come toward Warrior One. Left hand side. Back foot firm and flat. Pinky toe edge of the right foot grounding. Big toe edge of the left foot firm and pressing down. Look up towards the hands. Breathe in. Exhale. Hands come down. This time take it straight back. Chaturanga. Hold in that halfway position. Belly draws in. Then roll under the toes. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Nice way. So we're going to make our way through that. 2 more rounds on either side. So all it is Warrior One, Chaturanga, back bend. Could be upward facing dog or cobra pose, whatever you choose. And then we'll come back to downward facing dog. We're going to use the breath to get us there. To start with, to center our breath, we'll find one together. Inhale. Let it out. And left heel drops in. Right knee to chest, step the foot. Inhale into Warrior One. Exhale takes you to Chaturanga. Choose your back bend, cobra or up dog, doesn't matter. Exhale, downward facing. Right heel drops in. Step forwards. Find your Warrior One. Breathe in. Exhale, Chaturanga. Notice just how quickly the body starts to warm up as we move through these postures. Exhale back to downward facing. One more round each side. Step right foot forwards. Inhale into warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing. Pull the left knee to chest. Step it through. Warrior one. Find the pose. Be there. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now walk your hands back towards your feet. Take a halfway lift when you get there. Then catch hold of your big toes. Use first two fingers. Lift the chest, breathe in. Exhale, pull down over the front of the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. Biceps flexing, shoulder blades descending. And release your toes. Take your halfway lift, breathe in. Then walk your hands towards the top of the mat. You'll make our way towards the top of the mat. Again, there'll be lots of active options today. So if you would like, you can play with some tuck jumps towards the shape of a tuck handstand. Otherwise, you just walk slowly. Let the heels rise, the knees bend, you look forwards. You let the exhale take you somewhere. If you get upside down, try and hold it for 3 to 5 of your own breaths. Take one last breath. And then gently, we roll up through standing. Nice way. So we're going to make our way through some more classic standing postures taken from the Ashtanga Vinyasa primary series. Blocks are available if you need them. I'm going to choose not to use blocks in today's practice, but absolutely whenever the ground is a little bit too far away from you, you just take a block, you pop it underneath the hand. Align your right foot at the center of the mat. I'm going to step the left leg back, preparing for Trikonasana. So left toes turn in a little. Make sure you're externally rotating that front thigh. Quad is flexed. Take the left hand to the left hip for a moment. Reach forwards with the right arm for the left hip. Wrap in a little. And set hand down towards block or the floor. Left arm towards the ceiling. I want to imagine that you're pulling the earth towards you to lengthen the right rib cage forwards. Staying firm and grounded through both feet, using exhales to draw the front ribs in. Finishing the pose by looking up towards the left hand. Take one last breath. Both hands come down towards the mat. We're going to walk around to the back. So left toes will face forwards. You step up the right foot a little. So setting up for Parsvatanasana legs. Both feet are flat, hips are square. You're going to take your right hand, set it outside the left foot. And come towards Parivrita Trikonasana. So as you rotate, you want to make sure that your spine is staying on the same axis, as in straight line from crown of head to tailbone. So what I mean is you don't want the entire torso to fall to the left as the hips fall to the right. Think about the right hip hugging in. Again, keep that straight line from crown of head to tailbone down the center of the mat. Each exhale, think about rotating a little more. Take one last breath. Both hands come down towards the mat. Parallel your feet towards the left edge of your mat. Find a halfway lift. Use an exhale to draw the navel in, take the hands to hips, and rise all the way up through standing. Quads are flexed. If you want to, you could step back so the heels of your feet are in line with what is now the back edge of your mat. And roll the shoulder blades back, lift the chest up, breathe in. Exhale, hips move back as you fold forwards. See if hands can align with the feet. 10 fingers, 10 toes, facing the same direction. Inhale to lift halfway. Flex the quads. Exhale to fold. Imagine you are taking your head to the floor in line with the hands and feet. Firm quads, flat feet. Elbows hug in. Shoulder blades roll down the back. Last breath. Straighten the arms to lift the chest up halfway. Then from here, shuffle the feet in a little bit closer. Use an exhale to draw the ribs in and rise all the way up through standing. Nice work. Setting up for Trikonasana, facing the back of the mat this time. So left toes face what is now the front edge of your mat. Right toes turn in a little. Both feet are flexed. Right hand stays on right hip for a moment as you reach the left arm forward. So take your time, go forwards first to lengthen through left side rib cage. And then as you set the hand down, you want to feel as though you are pulling the earth backwards to lengthen your left side rib cage forwards. And then maybe shift the gaze up towards that right hand. If it looks like this and the chest is closing, you're just reaching the arm up. Take the right hand to the right hip and prioritize the broadening across the collarbones. You want to feel as though your entire torso is facing what is now the right hand side of your mat. Take a breath. Right hand comes down. You're going to walk all the way towards the top of the mat. The pyramid pose set up. Right toes face the front. Left toes turn off a little. You shorten the stance as much as you need so you can square the hips and straighten both legs. Left hand to the outside of the right foot. Imagine you're pulling the earth backwards to lengthen left side rib cage forwards. Again, use those exhales strategically. Try to keep that right hip hugging in. Keep that straight line down the center of the mat from crown of head to sacrum. If you're challenging balance, look up towards the right hand. Take a breath. One more, nice and gentle. Gently unravel. Walk around to the left, parallel the feet. Maybe you shuffle heels back to what is now the back edge of the mat. Use the exhale to draw the ribs and navel in and come all the way up through standing. Nice work. This time we interlace hands behind the back. Roll the shoulder blades towards each other. Lift the chest. Exhale, we fold over the front of the thigh. Try to have your toes a little more narrow than the heels. Feel the arms melt over the back of the head. And imagine your head was going to rest on the floor. Last breath. Let the hands touch the tailbone first. Before they release to the ground, lift the chest halfway. We'll walk around towards the top. We're going to step the left foot up to meet the right here. And roll your way up through standing. Nice work. Shuffle out the legs for a moment. And come towards our standing padas, our standing balancing series here in a moment. With balance, you want to find center, you want to find your drishti. You want to find a space that's in front of you, not too low, not too high, somewhere in between where you feel comfortable, keeping your gaze for an extended period of time. We're going to lean our weight into the left foot, start to bring the right knee in towards the chest. Keep the hands on the hips for a moment, and if you feel comfortable, first two fingers around the right big toe. We extend the right leg straight out in front of us to start with, and try and grow tall in the standing left leg. When you feel stable, we chase the shape of Trikonasana. We open right leg to the right hand side, left arm to the left hand side of the room. Roll shoulder blades down the back. Lift the chest up nice and high. Take one last breath. And come back through center. Swap hands. So left hand's going to catch the outside of the right foot as you stand tall in the left leg. Try and rotate the torso to the right hand side. Pushing through left foot to stand tall. If you're challenging balance, you work to shift the gaze back over the right thumb. Last inhale. Hold for the breath out. And mindfully come back through center and let your right leg soften down. Shake out those legs. Little movement from one side to the next. And when you feel ready, we'll prepare for the opposite side. This time the weight's going to move into the right foot. Start with hands on hips, bringing left knee in towards the chest to begin. And then if it's available for you, first two fingers, catch hold of the left big toe. This could all be done with a bent knee. Extend the leg out in front of us first. Stand tall in the right leg. You keep your drishti, keep your balance. Work to open. Left leg to left hand side. Right arm to right hand side. Inhale. Shift back through center. Swapping hands. Right hand catches the outside of the left foot. So you extend the leg out in front. You work to rotate your torso to the left hand side of the room. If you're shifting gaze, look back over the left thumb. Keep standing taller in the right leg. Last inhale. And come back through center and set the left leg down. Give those suckers an almighty shake out. Move through the arms, move through the legs. Inhale's going to reach the arms overhead. Separate the feet wider. Exhale's going to fold us over the thighs. Let the toes turn out wider than the heels. And lift the chest up halfway. And then bend the knees, coming down towards Malasana. Having your elbows inside the thigh. The palms pressing together. The palms move down as the chest lifts up. Very mindfully, use the hands for support behind your hips if you need to lower your hips down onto the mat. We're going to come towards Navasana straight away. Have your shins parallel to the floor, shoulder blades drawing back. Squeeze the legs together. If there's more space, straighten the legs. Take a breath. Exhale, we're going to lower for Ardha Navasana. We're just going to be there for a little bit. Make sure the low back is grounded. Find a little internal rotation of the thigh bones so the feet look like they're flat and even with each other. You're going to use your breath here. You're going to be here for 10, for 9, keep the head and chest lifting, for 8, for 7, 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and super slowly on 1, we're going to rise back up for 5, for 4, keep the legs nice and straight, for 3, feel the chest lifting, for 2, and on 1. Bend the knees, set the feet down, wrap your arms around the legs. And sort of lean back so you feel the shoulder blades draw apart here. Drop the head, move it from side to side. We'll extend the left leg out long in front of us. Bring the sole of the right foot inside the left thigh. Turning the chest a little so it faces in the direction of the left leg. Reach up as you breathe in. Fold forwards as you exhale. Flexing toes towards the face. Feeling that right knee fall away from you as your head drops towards the left knee. Take a breath. rise up through a seat. Simply swap your legs over, right leg extends, sole of left foot inside the right thigh. Turning chest in the direction of the right leg, flexing right toes towards the face. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Last inhale. Slowly, we rise. And extend both legs out long in front of us. Just shuffle your hips forward so you've got some space. We're going to come to Jatara twisting, which is some traditional Ashtanga yogic twisting. It's quite strong, so you can absolutely do this with a bend in the knees. If you're doing this with the knees bent, it would look similar to how your legs would look in Savasana. So shins parallel to the floor, legs squeezed together. You spread the arms wide and have the palms pressing down. You really need those palms to press down. If you're making it stronger, we're going to straighten the legs, flex the toes, squeeze the legs together. In a moment, on an exhale, we're going to move the legs off to the left and let them hover just before they hit the earth. This is where the palms come in handy. And the exhale, so you use the exhale to draw the abs in, use the palms to press down to kind of stop gravity. It'll look like this. Take a breath. Exhale, legs move off to the left. Let them hover just before they hit the earth. Keep right shoulder blade pressing down. Take a breath. Let the exhale bring the legs back through center. You inhale while you're not moving. Let the exhale move you. Rise back up. 2 more times. Inhale while you're not moving. Let the exhale move you. Slow and controlled. Trust the strength of your arms. 1 more time. Breathe in. Exhale left. Breathe in. Exhale right. Nice one. Bring knees in towards the chest. Little movements side to side. Lift and lower the tailbone. Feel some relief there for the low back. No matter how many times you do those, they are never, ever easy. I'm going to set the feet down underneath the knees, preparing to come in to bridge pose. Rolling the tailbone up and off the mat, feeling shoulder blades draw towards each other. Lifting, chest up nice and high. You can either stay in your bridge pose or set hands outside the ears. Lift to the top of the head first and then press to straighten the arms. Letting head drop heavy if you're upside down. Last breath. Slowly bring yourself down. And work to come towards halasana, plow as a counter pose. The knees come to chest first, and you extend the legs as they work to move over the back of the head. Hands come to support the low back for a moment. As the balls of the feet ground, we try to move the tailbone up towards the ceiling so the spine's a little more flat, rather than coming into a flexion in the lumbar spine. If there's space, you could interlace the hands behind the back here. And if you have more space, knees could move to the outside of the ears, hands to the soles of the feet. Take one last breath wherever you are.
you slowly start to roll yourself down. You can use your hands for support alongside the body. Taking fingertips so they rest underneath your sit bones as the legs extend out in front. Lift the chest, squeeze the elbows back towards you, and then press the balls of the feet forward, flex the quads as you lift the chest and drop the head. And then gently release elbows out towards the side. Come down towards your most restful, most easeful space of Savasana. I'm going to take 3 breaths here, 3 clearing breaths just to let everything go. So we're going to let our inhales be really indulgent and our exhales be really loud and exaggerated. So whatever air you have in your lungs right now, just gently part the lips to let it go silently. Inhale together. Audible exhale. 2 more. Last one. Breathe in. I'd like to invite you here. Share with me in a moment 3 rounds of the sound Om. Now you absolutely can listen. If you would like to join, we're going to stay down on the back. If you ever get the opportunity in a in-person class to Om in a crowded room whilst on the back, you can feel the power of the vibration traveling through the bodies. Although we're connecting virtually here, and it'll only be the sensation of your own vibrations. If you wanted to feel it a little more, I would invite you to take your fingers and let them block your ears. That means that you can't hear the sound of Om coming through the speakers, and perhaps take this opportunity to turn the volume up a little. Or hopefully you're in a quiet enough environment that you're able to truly listen. You can give it a crack, or you could just listen. It'll be an inhale to prepare for each round. And the sound of Om on the back may be with the ears blocked. Take an inhale. Allow yourself to just be here. Quiet and still in the space. Honoring the flow of energy, and calm and stillness of the body and mind. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.